But obviously we missed a couple of weeks on this because it's the comics of the week, and so we did we go over the two issues we missed for Hoxpox?
Oh man, I can't.
Because not really a lot happened in them.
Like
I say not really a lot, but a lot happened.
a lot.
It was
a lot of revelations. Yeah. But
I just go over it quickly. Like we have Kraven's got a mutant council. They tried to act like it was going to be some kind of reveal, but there was literally a variant with the council on it, so it wasn't really a surprise. If you also look into it, they've kind of told you who the quote Red King is. Heavy emphasis on King. It's not that King. It's obviously not confirmed. So it's only really a rumor. The prevailing rumor is it's Kitty Pryde.
Really?
She's the leader of the Marauders. There's a cover for Marauders where she's a red piece on the chessboard being pushed by Emma Frost. And like, whoa, that's red. They're looking for a Red King to throw you off of it. You know, she's obviously not a man, so she can't be the king. Well, she could be a king, I suppose. So, Red King, Red Queen, you know. But it's an interesting council. You know, they're split. They split into 4 seasons. So you got summer, winter, autumn, fall, whatever, spring. The members are you got Charles, you got Magneto, you got Apocalypse. They are, I think, they're spring. I can't remember.
I think so.
You then have Storm, Jean, and Nightcrawler on one side. The other side, you have what is it? Mystique, Exodus, and Sinister.
Sinister, yeah.
And then the last 3 are, or the last 2 are Emma Frost and Sebastian Shaw. Obviously, Kitty Pryde will take the third. Well, I say obviously. Kitty Pryde is no doubt going to take that 3rd spot and be But it's interesting lineup. Obviously, you've got the big 3 with Charles, Magneto, and Apocalypse. Then you have like the X-Men side. Like you have you're good and your villains on one side, and then you have like the Emma Frost and Shaw. Like, hey, we do our own thing over here. Sort of like, so it's an interesting system, and that like how they work it out. And they make their laws. They got 3 of them. Like one's like you don't kill any mutants. Like you don't kill people, you don't do this, and something else. And that all comes together so they can lock away Sabretooth. You know, they broke him out of the human world to judge him by their standards, which it was a bit shady because it's like, yeah, we just made these rules that you broke. Like we literally made it with the intention of locking you away because you did something we didn't like. It was like, really kind of shady. It was cool, but it was a bit shady. So he's now been swallowed by Krakoa. Krakoa is actually a council member as well, I believe. I think Krakoa and Cypher are one.
Well, that makes sense, though.
Yeah. And say they literally are living on him. He should have a say. So he's there. He swallows up Sabretooth, who's going to come back. There's no way he doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't just completely move that piece on the board. So there's that. They have an orgy, essentially. No, I can say that because Hickman did classify a group of mutants as an orgy. So, and you know the way they looked at each other in that art, if you saw it, you know, Nightcrawler says we've got to make more mutants. So they're banging. They all bang. You know, no, it shows that differences are getting put aside because you see like Wolverine give Gorgon a beer of all people. Like how many times has Gorgon tried to kill Logan?
Well, I mean, once you get down to it, I mean, they're all the same person. I mean, it's like a race of people. They're all
exactly.
like.
Yeah. To get onto this issue, because this was the last Powers of 10-6. It was a long one. I was not expecting like 50 pages, but it was a long one. I'm just trying to think where to begin. So it was also a red issue. It was also a red issue, so it was going to be a pretty big one. But they kind of go more into the like the first panels of Powers of 10 with like more Charles and her revealing herself to be a mutant. They fleshed that out a little bit more, and essentially what Moira is trying to do is break Charles, because this Charles is really stubborn in his ideology and he refuses to see it her way despite seeing everything in her head and all the life she's been through. He's like, no, we can still live peacefully with the mutants. So that explains why Charles is slightly different in everything else we've seen, where he's slightly more shady. He's not doing necessary Charles things, but still haven't seen his face. His face is not being revealed. We've seen the back of his head and his mouth still without the helmet on.
I still think he is.
Because they purposely obscured us seeing his everything from the nose up on the panels, and some people thinking maybe he's a Sinister clone.
It's a possibility,
and that's why he has the helmet on, because he's got the little diamond up top, and if people saw that, they'd freak out a little bit. But
I don't know. I think he's just Charles. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. I don't think to be honest with you, just the way he's acting and the way he's doing things, I think adding a diamond to his head would be kind of...
It'll be a bit weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it kind of fits with everything.
Yeah. It would be kind of weird. You gave Sinister the genetic information of every mutant. Yeah. So, I'm sure he's done some really wacky, weird things in there.
Oh yeah, I bet it's probably like a half chicken, half Charles. Because why wouldn't you make it like a chicken Charles?
Chicken Charles, man. Sounds like a Chick-fil-A menu item, man.
That reference is lost to me because I have no. Well, to be fair, Chick-fil-A, no. Not that we have it over here, but it's self-explanatory. Really.
Yeah.
We did get the revelation of what Life 6 was.
Yeah.
And it was indeed the librarian timeline. The X-1000 was Life 6, which was kind of obvious, but at the same time, it's Hickman, so you can't really be sure. There was a little twist with that, though. The whole, we're keeping humanity inside a dome. No, they were mutants.
That was a preserve.
they were actually Logan and Moira. Because yet again, that's two lives we've seen where it's Logan and Moira.
Yeah.
At the end of it all.
But if you think about it, that Logan's a no-brainer because of who he is and
true. Obviously, he can live the longest.
Yeah.
So that's what he does, and that is killing people. So it'll make sense. But I just find it interesting that it's not just any random mutant that she could have picked, or not she that he could have picked to do it. It's Logan. So Logan's obviously going to play this massive part in the story because he's always there at the end to kill her.
Yeah,
which I find interesting.
Because he's always there. Period.
And they're in this little preserve, and there's mutants that were born in this dome, and Logan's teaching them all about rebellion in the outside world, and all this stuff. And it's on the eve of
the end of the world.
The last day the Earth's going to be spinning because the Phalanx are going to absorb everything. Which I this is all a setup because he goes out his way to say they exist outside of space and time.
Yeah.
So are they affected by Moira? Is the question. Are they going to come back hey, you kind of got away from us. We need you to go down this route. This is the way you're supposed to be. Humans ascend. It's not machines. It's humans that prevail over everything. So
the way he does that, the way Logan does that, librarian out, man, that was brutal, man.
It was, but it's just there's a couple of panels before with the librarian, he literally tries to blindside the librarian, and he's like, "What are you doing? You've always tried to do this. My brain, I figured out how to stop you before you've even thought of what to do."
So he got the drop on him that one time.
Did he get the drop, or was that intentional?
It could be intentional.
Because the librarian says something about, do I let you do this, or do I let you stop our ascension, or do I let you live, or do I force you to live off planet so our ascension can carry on?
Or do you think it's just this is what he wanted all along type of situation, where he allowed him to do it because that's what has to happen, or
I think it might be a case like that, because there was definitely something weird going on with that. Because hey, I know if you die, everything's going to get reset. So, do I want this to happen? I don't necessarily know if I do, because I enjoy being individual, not part of a unit, not really knowing what I am. I just know that I go around, assimilating other units. Like, it's a bit of a weird thing to do, but so I'm putting money on that coming back around at some point.
And so I was wrong about the librarian being Charles completely. So
everyone was wrong about the librarian being Charles. I to be honest, I was convinced he was a mutant and it was Charles.
I mean, it just kind of added up to me when I thought about it.
He looks like Charles.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of Hickman, man. He's like, he subverts everything you think.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know that? Okay, maybe it's not that. Maybe we'll change it right now.
So I guarantee at one point, like that was going to be Charles. He's like, you know what? No, too obvious.
Too easy, man. Too easy. Yeah,
RB Silver, Pepe Larraz. Change it now.
I was watching a YouTube channel of a guy trying to break down everything, and it's like, it's kind of watching a person slowly go mad and lose his mind.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. It's kind of like, wow.
I thought I sound bad, but like, this guy's like, he's off the chart, man. He's like, he's like one step away from wearing a tinfoil hat, and
so
like,
you kind of feel sorry for him. It's like, I ain't going to go into every theory. I'm just going to talk about what I thought of the issue. It's like, God, like you even look on Twitter, people like X-Men fans are trying to connect these dots, and admittedly, they're making me enjoy the issues more. It's like, you look at the Moira diaries,
right,
and she references stuff that's happened in previous X-Men runs. Like, oh, we've made an enemy of Magneto or Eric, and like you can actually go back, and it's when they change Magneto's DNA, like really early on in the X-Men life cycle. It's like, you know what, I like that. So it's Hickman's way of saying this is all in every, like, the life, like Moira Life 10 is 616. Everything we've been following is this life. I'm just gonna tweak things to make this fit.
Yeah,
and it's like, here's more perspective on this. She's always been a mutant. She just was like laid low. She had to back off a little bit.
Never said anything.
It's carried on, So it's all like starting to add up. But there's gonna be. I've said it countless times. It's not gonna last. Something's gonna crumble, and they kind of tell you how and why it's gonna crumble in this.
Yeah.
To get Mystique on the council, they had to promise to bring back Destiny. And they tell Moira that because they also kind of confirm Moira's in that little black hole zone in Krakoa. Like, no one knows this bit, and like, that's Moira's spot. So she's panicking about Destiny coming back because
she doesn't her alive.
It's like, we can't have any like people who can see the future on Krakoa, because then people are going to know that we always lose and I'm kind of full of shit and this is all for nothing. So we need everyone focused on what we need to do to try see if we can win this time.
And I can see that being a catalyst for Mystique, just saying.
It's Mystique. That's like, it's going to happen there.
It's like a deal breaker for her, I'm sure. Like, if you don't do this,
that's going to like destroy the council and everything.
Yeah, I'll say this again, man. Hickman, he doesn't. I don't think I've reread an issue more times in my entire life than this last couple issues. I'm just
and this last issue was a lot.
And like the whole thing with Apocalypse and like. Yeah.
Apocalypse being like, why would I cause any trouble? Like, you are what I wanted you to be. Was so good. Just like, this definitely feels weird.
Yeah, and like him being portrayed as a hero was kind of like, whoa, what? Defender of you.
It's like, oh hey, I'm on Excalibur now. It's just like,
like when you look at
gonna happen.
Like it doesn't like. With Apocalypse, it sounds like, like if Sinister said that would be more like, I know something's up.
Something's gonna happen with Sinister. Like everyone on that council, all the villains, you can kind of go like, yeah, I can see this being, going okay. But Mr. Sinister is like,
what is what if he has like a clone of everyone on that council?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, it's just so like he could say he can get rid of one person. You know, like I don't know.
Well, here's the thing: he has to have a clone of Charles because if Charles goes, everything's done.
Yeah.
So obviously he has the copy of like the whole Cerebro thing, making the backups. Like that needs to be him. So
and that's terrifying.
There's got to be a body of Charles just waiting to go. So.
It's all little pod people with bald heads, you know, just chill.
Oh, little pods Xavier's.
That's creepy, man. But yeah, you know, I think I can't wait till the issue of just Sinister just comes out. I mean, I know he's gonna be the one that is like the start of
So he's the one to screw it all up.
Yeah, like because he like Apocalypse.
It's Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty on the nose, but like like Apocalypse is more believable being like I don't want to say a good guy, but like more of a ally to an X-Men than Sinister.
Yeah. It's like it's literally his whole motivation. Like, it's survival of the fittest. Like, you're now the strongest one, so why would I ever fight you? Like, it's kind of my entire shtick.
Yeah, and like you know, it wasn't as jarring for me to see him be on their side as it was like Sinister. Sinister was just like, I know something's up, but I don't know what's going on. That's the problem.
That's the beauty of Sinister's part, though. It's like, what are you doing?
That extreme V-neck says everything. It's that. You don't show that much chest and not be evil, man. Like,
you just... never trust the V. The deeper the V, the worse it gets.
Too much chest hair equals sinister motives.
But no, there's a lot in this issue.
Yeah.
That Destiny thing is going to go somewhere, and something's going to happen.
I think and this is my thought. I think eventually she's gonna keep asking, like, where's my, like, I'm doing my part. Where's mine?
Yeah. When are you gonna bring her back? Like,
and I feel like she's gonna be the one that goes to Sinister and says, look, if anybody can bring her back, you can. Yeah.
So I know you have the code. I know she's waiting to go. Just do it.
But I think she's gonna do it behind people's backs. Is when that's where I think everything starts falling apart, because like she's gonna come back and people are like, I think everybody's gonna be like, you're at least Mora is gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Oops. But like, I'm still not sold on the Magneto white costume thing though.
No, it's weird, isn't it? It's I just don't I understand it because like red and purple was a horrendous color combination.
It's so classic.
It's classic, but it's never worked. Well, it never worked for me because it literally is just clashing. It's just
like what happens when he gets a stain on that costume, man? Like that is just like
he's the master of magnetism. He can take the iron in whatever's on there and just put it off.
Just lift. He's better than OxyClean, man. He can just lift the stain.
Either that, or the suit has like metal weaved into it, so he can just like move it out of the way. Like, no, I'm gonna separate it from the stain.
It's either that or unstable molecules. That's one of the two things.
Very true. Very true.
But
he's the mega level mutant. There you go. That's your answer. That's why. You can do what the hell you want.
You can remove any stains, man. Ultimate stain removal.
He's just sit it bang.
Yeah, the year 1000 like the zoo like thing was pretty cool. Like that was a pretty shocking thing to me.
Yeah, because it's the whole like, oh yeah, it's all mutants. Like, yeah, it's just preservation for humans, and it's like, oh no, it's mutants.
Again, do you think they're gonna go back and explain where all these other heroes are? Because like there's still no like I don't feel like there's any like what's going on, man? Like why isn't the Avengers saying, hey, what's going on here, man? Like
I imagine we'll find out eventually. Like he's talked about the Avengers a couple of times, not a lot, but he has brought them up.
Because that's got to factor in something, right?
Oh yeah. I think I think for the time being, it's like there's so much he has to say and get everyone on board with. It's like, you know what? Let's leave the Avengers out of it. You know?
I guess
you've had the Fantastic Four. Like deal with them slightly. Really, they're probably the best ones because hey, you know, your kids are mutants. They're welcome.
I guess that would be kind of like a lot to deal with because like you're basically resetting the mutants.
Yeah.
So like, why overly complicate things by adding something? You know, like because I think I know he's got like how many years that he has on this?
Oh, God knows. I imagine the rest of my lifetime.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna eventually get to it. I'm just kind of antsy. I'm like, because like it's just like
if it's anything like his Avengers, it was gonna be like 4 or 5 years.
Oh jeez. Yeah. So I'll be again senior citizen discount before.
You'll be getting your bus card by the time it's finished. Yeah. No.
Great. That's the only thing keeping me alive, man.
So it's not all doom and gloom. You get it.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I can't wait till this all gets into like a omnibus. Do you think they're gonna like when they do the omnibus? Do you think they're gonna like group like the Huxpox?
I think they're gonna do it 3 different ways. You're gonna get your Hux, you're gonna get your Pucks, and then you're gonna get your Huxpox in order.
Jesus.
Because why would you not? That is money.
Yeah.
Just like hey,
the hardcover.
Whoever's reading the trades, like just all of House of X, all of Powers of 10, and reading them separately different times. Godspeed. Yeah, this was not meant to be read separately.
Yeah. It's because it's too like you want to know what the heck's going to go on next, man. Like you're by the end of the issue 2, I was like, man, what's going on with issue 4 and 5? Man, I want to know now, like, because it's so like interesting, you know. Like I don't know, man. Like I can see these books going to like 2nd, 3rd prints.
Oh, they already have, yeah.
Well, I mean, like the trades.
The trades probably, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that getting into like a 3rd.
Yeah, I might actually buy the trades just to have. So I got these all digital.
And then I'm gonna get them all digital and physical and
get every variant.
Everything. Hopefully when they do it, they just because like with omnibuses they usually include every like variant cover.
Yeah, so they'll do it. And there's a lot of variants for this.
Yes, they are, and that's not including the 2nd and 3rd, 4th printings. You know, yeah,
crazy. That's a crazy amount of covers.
Oh my god! Like,
and no doubt, every single one of them sold.
Yep. Like I haven't looked at
despite what Liefeld says. People do enjoy this series, and it's clearly not only gonna be like a short-lived thing. So
yeah,
stay in your lane, Liefeld. Stay in your lane.
Liefeld says a lot of crazy things. I still think he's like mentally unstable. Like
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. No, he does.
Or jealous.
He can't. He spends for someone as successful as he does spend an awful lot of time arguing with teenagers on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't listen to what he has to say anymore. I kind of filter him out of my Twitter feed, man. Because
I just saw him throwing shade at Hickman and kind of saying he's not a great the only reason people like these books is because of the art. It's like, whoa,
what?
Slow your roll.
Yeah, people are buying 3rd and 4th printings of this because of the art.
It's like
even the
yes,
kid
the art's fantastic in both of them, but Liefeld, stay in your lane.
Yeah, coming from a guy that barely knows human anatomy.
We get it. You're talking to your attorney. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know, man. Like he comes off as a very jealous person. Like
oh yeah, they clearly didn't want him on there, and he's on a bit of pissy fit. So
yeah. But like yeah, I mean Hickman's not overrated. He's pretty on par, man.
But that was the weekly dunk on Life. I want to dunk on Liefeld more.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. You know
He'll say one thing again, so you don't worry.
Yeah. I'm sure.
The spark.
Yeah, it'll come back. But
this was the last red issue of.
Man.
So no, because X-Men #1 is going to be a red issue, so they're going to literally kick it off with something huge. So.
When does that come out? Like in
this week or today?
Oh my god! Yeah,
depending on when people listen. It's this comic book day. So.
Yeah. Wow. So that's the summer's book, right?
It's the one with them all on the cover, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's about the Summers.
But it's just, yeah. It's fine.
That's how they're advertising, yeah. Plus Wolverine.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird combination.
It's just like, hey, here's a Summers book starring Logan. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna try to pick it up before I leave, and possibly, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna physically bring it with me yet, but I don't know. Maybe I will. But I definitely want to read it.
Oh yeah. And thankfully, they're not all coming out in the same week, or they're rolling them out over the course of a month. So, thank you, Marvel.
Thank you. My bank account thanks you.
Yeah. 20 quid on X-Men books is alone in 1 week is.
Yeah, Sideshow takes out like 80% of my paycheck. So you gotta throw brothers something for free.
Dear, but right, that's gonna bring an end to that topic and the end to the show. So thanks everyone for joining. We'll hopefully be back Monday, Sean depending. Because are you here Friday?
No, I wouldn't have been.
You're not. All right, so Friday we won't be doing the show, but you have this one. It's fine. So, yeah, thanks everyone for joining, and we'll catch you next time. So, bye.
Bye-bye.